Hey friends! Before we start, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an amazing English learning story. Subscribe now. My name is Sam, and I never thought English was important for me. Whenever someone told me, "Sam, you should practice English. It will help you in the future," I always had the same reply. I don't have time to learn English. I am too busy. I had homework, school, and household chores. I spent hours playing video games, watching movies, and chatting with friends. My days were already full. I thought English was just another boring subject like math or history. Why should I waste time on it? But I didn't know that this one mistake would one day embarrass me in front of everyone. The first embarrassment. One evening, my father was sitting at the dining table with his laptop. He looked worried. "Sam, come here. I need your help," he said. I walked over and saw an email on his screen. It was written in English. "Can you read this for me and tell me what it says?" he asked. I looked at the email. It was long, with many big words I had never seen before. I tried to read it aloud, but I kept stopping and stuttering. The company will need the report before. I couldn't understand it properly. My father watched me for a few seconds and sighed. "Sam, you don't know how to read English. What are you learning in school then?" I felt a wave of embarrassment. I had always ignored English, thinking I didn't need it. But now, even my father was disappointed in me. I wanted to run away from that moment. The second embarrassment. A few days later, I was playing my favorite online game. That day, a foreign player joined my team. He had a strong accent and spoke only in English. He said, "Hey, let's plan our strategy. We need to move fast." I wanted to reply, but I didn't know what to say. I typed, "Yes. Okay. Go there." But my words didn't make sense. The player got annoyed. "Dude, can you even understand English?" he asked. Before I could reply, he left the game. My teammates were angry. One of them messaged, "Sam, please learn English. You are ruining the game." I felt humiliated. I loved playing video games, but my poor English was stopping me from communicating with others. That night, I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking, maybe I really do need English. But I'm still too busy. I ignored the thought and continued with my life. The third embarrassment. One morning, my teacher announced, "Tomorrow, we have a special guest speaker from the USA." Everyone in the class got excited. The next day, the guest speaker arrived. He started talking about technology, future careers, and global opportunities. But he spoke only in English. All my classmates listened carefully. Some even asked questions in English. I wanted to ask a question too. But my mind went blank. What if I said something wrong? What if everyone laughed at my bad English? I sat quietly while others spoke. At that moment, I realized the truth. English wasn't just a school subject. It was a skill that opened doors to the world. Without English, I was missing opportunities. That day, I promised myself, I will learn English. No more excuses. The change. That night, I sat down and made a plan to improve my English. I started with small steps. 1. I changed my phone language to English. At first, I found it confusing, but slowly, I got used to the words. 2. I started watching English cartoons. Instead of watching Hindi movies, I watched cartoons like Doraemon and Peppa Pig in English. The simple sentences helped me understand better. 3. I spoke to myself in English. While brushing my teeth, I would say, I am brushing my teeth. While eating, I would say, I am eating a sandwich. 4. I played video games in English. I started talking to international players using simple English words. 5. I wrote one English sentence every day. On the first day, I wrote, my name is Sam. On the second day, I wrote, I love playing football. Slowly, my sentences became longer. At first, it was difficult. But after a few weeks, I noticed something amazing. I could understand more words. I could speak better. I felt more confident. One day, I played an online game again. A foreign player spoke to me. This time, I replied confidently. Let's move to that building. I'll cover you. The player replied, wow. You speak good English. I smiled. I was no longer afraid of English. The best moment. A few months later, another guest speaker came to our school. This time, when he asked, any questions? I raised my hand. I asked my question in clear English. The whole class turned to look at me in surprise. My teacher smiled proudly. That day, I felt something amazing. I had conquered my fear of English. I was no longer the boy who said, I don't need English. I am too busy. Now, I was the boy who said, I can speak English, and I am proud of it. Final message. If you think, I don't need English, I am too busy, then you are making the same mistake I did. English is not just for school. It helps in games, jobs, travel, and talking to people around the world. Don't wait until you feel embarrassed. Start today. Even small efforts can make a big difference. And one day, you will thank yourself for learning English.